Welcome to my next Big Bang Theory Season 11 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am at rewatching or watching the Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you find that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be the Big Bang Theory Season 11, Episode 12. The title of this episode is called The Matrimonial Metric. And this will be my review reaction recap after just finishing watching the episode. Amy asked Sheldon not to discuss their wedding plans since Amy hasn't decided on a maid of honor. They decide on code words to use in case they want to direct the topic of discussion away from their wedding. Sheldon has catamaran while Amy chooses pretzels. Howard and Raj are installing a baby gate while they are baby-proofing his house. Penny asks about the liquor cabinet, of course. Howard tells Amy that Bernadette would be glad to be her maid of honor to return the favor. Amy then asks Sheldon to tell his pretzel story. Sheldon keeps messing it up and then tries to leave, but can't because the front door was baby-proofed. Amy walks into their apartment with an armload of bridal magazines that Bernadette gave her, making her maid of honor decision even harder. Sheldon's mother wants Sheldon to use his brother Georgie as his best man. He doesn't want to disappoint her again since he rejected her savior and her LinkedIn invitation. Amy wants to know how to make these decisions without hurting her friends, and Sheldon suggests that they take the emotional component out of the process and let their data make the decisions. Amy describes it as hurting each other's friends without taking responsibility. Me likey, she exclaims. They plan on breaking down the wedding party jobs into specific functions and test their friends as to who does them best. Leonard announces that he is writing a book. It is a book about a brilliant physicist who solves crimes while using science. No, it's not Sheldon. Their dinner contained the wrong type of rice that Howard called about, thus getting his points for handling a catering crisis. Next, Sheldon asks for a toast and then asks for someone to make one, waiting patiently. Penny walks in on Shamey to bring a sewing kit they asked for, very promptly getting high marks. They claim to need the kit since Sheldon split his pants bending over. Penny tells him he'll be sore tomorrow as she leaves. Penny got 15 points, while Bernadette is shipping them a sewing kit through Amazon. Then Sheldon suggests that they do not specify the roles by gender and test everybody for every job, so they might have the best woman and a gentleman of honor. Amy tries to confide in a secret to Raj about Howard, who will have nothing to do with it. Sheldon is bringing a meal to bedridden Bernadette and tells her a secret that she can't tell anyone, including Howard. She agrees. Sheldon can control Leonard's thermostat with his phone. Getting to the church on time, Sheldon rushes to see Leonard and wants to immediately go to the train store in Arcadia, California, and Leonard tells him to see a doctor. So they're testing to see, if we need to ride to the church, who's going to get us there on time. And Leonard's like, no, I'm good. Don't bug me about it. Amy talks to Penny about her favorite aunt, who Penny seems to know a lot about. She's been listening to Amy over this time period. Howard gets tested by Sheldon on whether he should buy a Swamp Thing statue. Penny walks in on Leonard, who is working on a brain teaser using a seating chart arrangement, which he finds fun. Penny received the same puzzle from Amy and threw it away. Raj and Howard come in arguing about the same puzzle. Howard thinks that Shamey is acting strange, but Leonard thinks that they are always that way. Raj also had to drive Sheldon all the way to Arcadia train store and then didn't even go in. All four of them were given plastic rings that they were told to hold on to. Sheldon and Amy are tallying up the results when the gang breaks in on them, demanding to know if they are testing them to be in their wedding. Yes, no. Leonard tells him that he didn't even want to be his best man. Howard admits he figured out that they were being tested and gets extra points for it. Sheldon enters the comic book store as Stewart offers to sell him a cappuccino, which someone had left. Stewart tries to get every penny he can. Sheldon mentions that no one wants to be in his best man and that it might have to use his stupid brother. Stewart offers to do it, and Sheldon accepts. Stewart has never been called the best at anything, and he also gets a present from the groom. Leonard is still working on the seating puzzle. Sheldon comes over to apologize and says that he violated their trust. He tells him that Stewart is his best man, and they are still all invited to the bachelor party at Costco. Leonard tells him that it's his wedding and he should pick whoever he wants and not to worry about anybody else, and Sheldon has been training for this all his life. Leonard comes in finding Penny fixing Mac and nothing since she messed up the cheese packet. He tells Penny about Sheldon's apology and that he is now Sheldon's best man. He adds that Amy is her best friend and that she'll also get chosen. Penny objects that they aren't 12 anymore, even though they talk all the time, see each other all the time, and Amy is always there for her. Oh my God! She realizes that Amy is her best friend. Then she gets pissed that her best friend didn't ask her to be her maid of honor. Howard is telling Amy that despite what she did that was wrong and cruel, Bernadette finds it oddly appealing. If Amy calls her, she'll do anything in the wedding party. Maid of honor, hit woman. Penny comes storming in, saying that as her best friend, she should be her maid of honor, and Amy rushes to hug Penny ecstatically, shouting, "Bestie!" Sheldon apologizes to Stewart, but he was best man for 2 whole days. So Stewart's happy that he was best man for 2 whole days. Sheldon offers him the job of flower girl until they remind him that they have Hallie. Howard hasn't told Bernadette that she isn't going to be the maid of honor. Amy volunteers, which is fine with Penny, and then Amy reminds Penny that as a maid of honor, she should try and make the bride's life easier. So Penny begrudgingly says fine, but wants Howard to unlock the liquor cabinet before she does so. And that's what ends this episode of The Big Bang Theory. So pretty funny stuff. I laughed a few times in this episode. I'm going to give the episode an 8.5 out of 10. My character of the episode is going to be Sheldon. And then, as many of you know, I rate Penny, because Penny is the reason why I started watching The Big Bang Theory. And I'm going to give her an 8.2 out of 10. In this episode. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please don't forget to Hulk smash the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of The Big Bang Theory. What would you rate it, and whom would you choose to be your character of the episode? If you want to do what I do and rate Penny, you could certainly do that as well in the comment section. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, share your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.